few years ago on my birthday, I drove across town to do a favor for a friend. On my way back to the shop, I saw this chair sitting at curbside and I laughed. This is one of my very early pieces. I did this in the fall of '76 when I had just a little over a year experience. I drove by, got a couple blocks away, and I thought, no, I gotta go back and get it. By outward appearance, it looks as if I did a pretty decent job. These flocked velvets were quite the thing back in '76. The fabrics held up quite well. Most of the problems are in the structure, worn swivel and broken spring. Well, that swivel's certainly shot. It's been welded on. I'm going to replace these springs. They're probably serviceable, but they're rusted, and I want to freshen this chair up. Well, it certainly looks like this has been a very popular chair. I've been unable to find replacement legs with these self-leveling brass ferrules, so I decided I was just as well off to turn new legs. I started by cutting 2-inch squares of sycamore. Used my dovetail saw and cut grooves in for the live center feed. Marked center reference for the dead center. I'll lift the tool rest to where it's slightly above center on the turn. I'll lock it in place, making sure that everything clears on this turn. Keep the tool rest square with the stock. Measuring from the dead center, I've marked out for a 6-inch leg. Got my caliper set at 1 3/4 for the top. I'm going to turn them down to 1 inch at the base. I'll use what's known as a parting tool to establish my initial diameters. Okay, I've got that top diameter set. I'm going to drop my tool rest a little bit, reset my caliper for 1 inch, and trim this end. Alright, I'll use a gouge and start working on my taper. I'll use a straight edge and a sanding block to work out the high spots. Before I trim these ends, I need to drill in center references. To figure the degree of cut on the bottom of the legs, I've got the platform resting firmly on the table level. And I'll take this, and this should be a good reference. Take my template to the miter saw, set the angle. Looks like 25 degrees. All right, that looks like that should work out quite nicely. I use pin nails to attach the leg to a block of wood so that I can hold it square into the saw. I'm going to shave it off at 25 degrees until I get to the very back edge. Melting beeswax onto these and other screws makes them turn into the wood so much easier. I'll do some finish sanding on these with 320 grit paper and get them mounted onto the base frames. Well, I've got to say it, this thing went together perfectly first try. Sits flat. Instead of using nuts and washers on the bolts to attach the swivel, I'm going to drill these holes out and insert T-nuts. It might be silly of me, but I like to pull these T-nuts into place rather than hammer them.